For almost half a year now, places of worship are still under lock and key due to fears of the spread of COVID-19. However, other areas of the country are opened. Church leaders are beginning to think there is more than what meets the eye.
Go back to the government and encourage your chairman and say, if you want the people to support you, don't touch their spiritual aspirations.
The leader of the Born Again Faith Federation was speaking during a meeting with the newly elected NRM Vice Chairperson for Central Region, who had come to introduce his candidate to the Pentecostal leadership ahead of the 2021 elections. Ministry of Health has a draft set of guidelines that have to be followed in case the ban on church gatherings is lifted, and today the Ministry of Health officials took the Seventh-day Adventist Church leadership through the guidelines using a model congregation at their headquarters. The ministry says in case places of worship are cleared to open, they will only allow worshippers wearing masks, adopt worshipping in shifts, have registers to record worshippers' details for follow-up, have washing points or sanitizers and temperature guns at entrances, designate entry-only and exit-only points, ensure social distancing in the sitting pews, ensure flowing water in the restrooms, and have an isolation room for COVID-19 suspects. Churches are also expected to ban the sharing of hymn books, offertory recollection gadgets, and limit sharing microphones. The ministry also suspended children's Bible classes.
We cannot ensure the SOPs that we are conducting for the churches can be done in those small children, because masks are not encouraged for those young ages. So they would need to have other protective ways, which are not very sure can be followed for the time being.
These SOPs may be easily implementable in other churches. It might be a little hard with the Seventh-day Adventist Church. For instance, this church has just one session running from morning to evening. How will it be segmented?
Worshipping in shifts does not mean that after I worship, the holy hours of the Sabbath are finished. When we finish the communal worship, we are still in the spirit of worship as individuals. Therefore, this is how we can do to make sure we minimize congestion in our places of worship.
And then baptism, using the same water to baptize new members.
Baptism is part of our ministry as a church. We will have to look into this and see the safest way to conduct baptisms when they are necessary and when we need them. We have hundreds and hundreds, actually thousands of congregations countrywide. I want to use this opportunity to appeal that the government, in solidarity with us, in this battle of containing this disease, extends a hand and avail to us some of these facilities so that we can work together in making Uganda safe against COVID-19.
The Seventh-day Adventist Church has adopted standard operating procedures that will reduce a congregation as big as 500 people to around the number of people behind me. Now, the church leaders here have a task of sensitizing the other branches across the country, and the church top leadership thinks in the next 1 month they will be able to safely open in case the president gives leeway. Edward Mhumza, NTV Tonight.